Hello, chat. Hello. Hello. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. I love watching pre-stream chat. It's so cool. Neon, $20 donation to make Bat Furry. Tell you what. So there's this person that makes anthropomorphic Pokemon. And I'm not saying they're gonna do mine, but you know. Anyway, hi, how are you? Hi, I'm doing great. I was watching, you probably saw me. I was in pre-stream chat because y'all were chatting. Dude, I wish it was like that all the time. That's so fun to just watch. Let's make it 30 for 2 of those Pokemon. Don't open those floodgates. I mean... How could I turn down a humble request from chat? It is an art stream. I'm kidding. But yeah, hi. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm glad to have y'all here. Draw the reference image, it'll be perfect. In 20, I guess. I mean, disclaimer, I'm not that good at drawing, like, actual people. Like, the only, full body person that I've drawn that's, like, good is this model that I'm using. It's confirmed Neon wants to... No. It's just a matter of, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. It's like a Lopunny with big ears and wings, like it's perfect. Okay. Well, I can't say we'll be focusing on specifically the bat guys today, but we are going to be focusing on a different electric type. I'm gonna cough, hold on. Excuse me. We're gonna be focusing on the bear line today. We're almost done with it. We're almost done, like, designing it. Why are you not saying yes? Because I don't want to make a promise that I can't keep. Because I don't know if I'll be able to keep that. I need to make you as my latest Pokemon. Yeah. That's literally me. I like design like one stage of the evolution line and then I have no idea for the rest. Because I just like didn't think that far ahead and I'm just like, wow. You could totally keep it, just like do it easy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, we'll see. But anyway. Whoop! Does anybody remember this guy? I sort of just go with the flow. Yeah, same, honestly. Like, I start out with like a very rough idea. Like, you've seen my process with this guy, right? It's like I go through a million different design things. Where's the donation link? I'll work my magic. I don't know if you can donate to this channel, because I'm not affiliate. I don't sketch, I go right into modeling. I get that. I did that with like a few... Or the way I used to do it, actually. Because I would make like the Game Boy style art for my mons, right? So what I would do is, instead of going into concept art, I would just go straight into like a pixel editor and just like draw like a sprite for the mon in the style of like Pokemon Red and Blue. And that way I can make it all like messed up looking and still have it be fine, because Gen 1 sprites are messed up looking. And then I can kind of just like interpret that into a better design later on. Where's the bonk stick? Oh shoot. My Redeem's audio is not working again. Hold on, let me fix that. What if I subbed? That kinda counts. I would never ask for subs. That wouldn't be very cool of me. Alright, the sound should be working now, I think. I don't actually know. Hydration done. Anyway. Excuse me. So what we're gonna be designing today is this guy up here. This one. This one here. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as you can see, this guy, he's kind of really ugly. And our job today... Okay, what if instead of a donation or a Twitch sub, I just keep asking for like a month? Okay, can I be honest? There's a little secret that I haven't told. And it's for various reasons, but the big reason why I'm like reluctant, right? I genuinely never wanted something more from a streamer before. Well, when you put it like that, I kinda have to spill the beans. So there's actually already a mon like that in the works. Let's just say. And in the order that the dex is going, it might be sooner rather than later that you see it. There's already a bat for... Well, I won't say it's not a bat. But it's definitely humanoid. And it's not Taurovis. And my wish is not fulfilled. You know what? Fair. RGB gamer bat Pokemon GF. See, sometimes designs just like speak to people, and who am I to belittle that, you know? I'm asking for red paint and you're handing me stop signs here. Look, you could do something like, it'd have the big, I don't know how to draw anthro people. Hold on, Twitch. I'll draw it safe for Twitch. I'll just make like a sketch up here, even though this is not related at all to what we're doing. The head will be like here, right? Whoop. Here's an example of the quality you can come to expect from the Neon Riftborn channel, by the way. I don't know how to draw heads. Don't they do like a thing where it's like, they come down like this? I don't know. Big ol' ears. It's got like the connector piece, right? Literally like imagine on its bat, but it stands on its feet. Yeah. And then the body can come down here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. There are so many people that I know that would roast me for doing this right now, by the way. But it's fine. And then the shoulders. Whoop! Whoop! That's the eraser. Free design, really? You should be paying me. Yeah, I'll get you for the furry art stream? What would I even do? I barely even can draw like regular, like, people. Whoop! Like you got the hand on the hip and then the wings go out like whoosh, whoosh. I don't know. Whoop. Hand. Also, I love how we're starting off the stream not even close to what we're supposed to be doing today, but you know what? And then they have like weird messed up, they have like weird messed up bat legs, I don't know. You've kinda got it. Looks like a mouse TV. Well, these are just the rough shapes. I feel like the arms need to be way longer. Am I insane for that? Boop. It's kind of lacking the wings, but you know, well, that's the thing. I'm struggling, like, how would I even draw the wings? Wait, I have an idea. I have a better idea. It would be like this. The wings would go from here. Whoop. Something, you know? Whee! I don't know how. It's something. I don't know. It would have to be like way bigger though. And it would, hold on. It would connect like here. Big wings. Whee! In German it's Maus for mouse and Fledermaus. Because Fledermaus. Would that mean if, like, in German, if you're talking about an airplane, it would just be a Fleder car? Or does it follow, like, a different logic? Boop, 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 boop. Whoop. It's Flugzug. Fair enough. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. Literally not even a little bit. Whoop. You got like claws or something? I don't know. And it'd have like eyes. It would have very like, I don't know. It would have very big eyes, I would feel like. Whoop. I'm realizing now you don't know much about bats. Correct! Some bats have big eyes. Well, have you seen Malavox? Malavox got big eyes. Whoop. Whoop. Boop, 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 boop. Whoop. Oh, did you use the Is that just like a type of bat? Whoop. It's supposed to have ears more like this, right? Not nearly as pointy, and then it has like the little connector between, and then it goes woo, woo. And then this is the green part, and then it has like the speakers in them. Boop, 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 boop. You know, you can totally tell what I'm going for here. Boop. And then like a kind of mouth. Whoop. And then like, you know? I don't know. And it's got like big markings here. Whoop. And then ignore the quality of this, by the way. I'm not good at this. Whoop. This looks awful. It's literally the yin and yang of bats. It's a surprise we don't have a split Evo line in Pokemon already. Huh. I did not know that. You gotta look at the bat I sent you. Okay, I will check that out in a minute. But first, we gotta do this. Whoop. Whoop. Its eyes are like this color. And then with what? Ah, excuse me. It looks like a traumatized. What? And it's got like the yellow on its face. And then boop. Looks derpy. Hello and have a good day. But realistically, whoop. Whoop. Oh god. Okay, we need a smaller brush. Whoop. I can't draw head, like, proportions at all. And then, like, the darker hair that comes down. I don't know. Ah! Whee! This is such an awful drawing. Hold on. Think of it as Lunala, but with legs. And it's got the... Ignore the fact that it's covering up all of the Kubricks, by the way. And then it's got like the blue layer. Not that kind of blue, like this kind of blue. Yeah. Maybe something like Noivern, but it's standing. You're getting whatever this is. Because this is the best I could do. And it's got like a yellow part of its hair as well. There's your, hold on. Boop. There's your anime girl Melavox. Yes, it looks like garbage. Ah! It just looks like Umbreon with extra steps. If it looks like that in the end, I'll be scared of it. Well. About that. We're just gonna hide that for now. Actually, you know what? Take your screenshots. we're moving on now. And now okay. That's up to you guys. I'm not doing that. Anyways, we can draw the bear now. I hope you're satisfied with the product that I came up with. And with that we can move on. Boop. Look at the bat first. The bat. Hold on, I can bring up... Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Oh, you know what? That is a bat. That is a bat that you sent me. Let me quickly just... Boop. By reference, this is the guy that I just drew. Ah. So, if that's what we're comparing it to, I think it was pretty accurate. Personally, what kind of bet do you think Yuna sent me, chat? Excuse me. Alright. Let's draw this bear. I've been dreading this because I know it. I'm just gonna be frustrated the whole time because I won't be able to settle on anything. But you know what? That's fine. We're here for the long ride, you know? Ah. Adjusting myself. Okay. What happened? Hello? What's going on? Why am I... Hello? Oh, did I... Why is it that? Hello? Oh, it's because I'm selecting a... Okay. You know what? We'll act like I'm smart. And not like I was selecting a hidden layer and trying to draw on it. You know? I think that's the best course of action for now. Might as well. Wait, don't worry about it. We're gonna gloss over that, okay? Basically, I want to draw this guy, but not ugly. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do this the same way we did the pre-evolution, which is we're just going to try a ton of stuff. We're just gonna throw things at the wall until something sticks, okay? A few things that I know I want. I know I want the pointy ears. Like these. And I know I want, like... Actually, a big thing that I am, torn over is what do I want the face, like, colors to look like? Because he's gonna have, like, facial patterns. What? Chat, I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not gonna draw R34 of my Mons. That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at least until I'm good at it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't, you know what? I just shouldn't have said that. You got it though? No, no, no. Let's see. He's gotta have the square snout. Whoop. Whoop. My sound still isn't working. What's going on? Does that play for stream? Also, I just remembered why it does that. Let me find audio? I can never remember where this this setting is, the monitor output, the monitor device. Monitor device. Monitor device. Audio. Monitoring device. Okay, now I should be able to hear it. Yeah. It's happened before, and I fixed it before, and I just forget every time. I think it's better now. Boop, boop. Still got a cough, chat. Whoop. You know what I've been working on recently? Oh, you had to fix yours too. Yeah. I've been working on trying to figure out on a map, like if there was like a map. Hi Marcia. If there was a map of my region, I'm trying to figure out where all the encounters would go. And that's what I've been up to recently, just trying to figure out, like, okay, at what point in the game should I make these guys available to catch, you know? Alright. Boop. So the eyes would go like here. What shape should the eyes be? Like a map from Pokemon games? Yeah. It's like, on a theoretical route, like 5 or whatever, what mons would be there, you know? Okay. What I want to do for the eyes is I want to combine this kind of eye and this kind of eye, and kind of like make a median of them. And I'm not entirely sure how to go about that quite yet. I'd say make them triangular. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. What app am I using? I'm using Medibang Pro. I also use Photoshop when I'm like not using a drawing tablet. Both of which cost money, but I pulled some schemes. Nothing illegal, but I am in a position where I get Photoshop for free, which is why I use it. And once that runs out, which it probably will at some point, I'm going to cry and then switch to like GIMP probably. Yeah, no, Crystal. What is Krista? Is that like another drawing thing? Oop. Krita. Oh. I'm like, I've never heard of that before, and then you said Krita, and I'm like, that sounds slightly more familiar. Alright, so here's the evolution of the eyes. We could do something like this, where it's like... What app am I using now? This is Medibang Pro. I'm sure there's like a ton of other drawing apps. This is just the one that I found that's like, people were like, you know what, you can use this. And then we could have like a design. Because with this guy's eyes, right? The design kind of goes like this. With the eyes, you know? Make anime eyes but like a square thing but long. Do we have a reference for like another Pokemon? I don't know. Just something like this. Betty Bang Pro? Yes. Yes, that is correct, Marcia. Because I was thinking something like this, and then the ear could be up here, and it could be like, here's the ear. You know? And then this could be the blue part. Or actually, now that I look at it, it kind of like zooms in a little bit. Welcome back, Koishi. Whoop. Because here's the kind of pattern we got going. It could just be something like that. Whoop. You know? Are we still doing the bat furry? No, we got done with that. We're at the bear now. I kind of like these half-open eyes, not gonna lie to you. Do you want to see the model I made? Sure. Why not? So the eyes could be like this. They could come down. And then kind of like... This doesn't look right. Something about this. Hey, yo. Ban that guy. What the hell? Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Give me a second. It's not even showing up in chat. What the heck? How do I mod YouTube chat? What the heck? Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how YouTube works. Ugh. I love YouTube's like system. Boop. Boop. There we go. Out of here. Out of here. Sorry, someone on YouTube is being vulgar. Banned. Anyway. Back to this. Boop-a-doo-boo. By the way, Neon, do you know about the thing going on with Discord? Yes, I do. This is so sad. But hey, at least, we can go back to that thing that I posted, like, months and months ago when Skype died. I'm like, wait, this is TeamSpeak's chance. And now that this is happening, I'm like, this is TeamSpeak's chance again. I wasn't kidding about the reference images. That's insane. The only time I've ever looked up reference images was when I was trying to also, like, semi-learn how to do art. Neon, check Discord. Okay. Ah! Interesting. I like the little, like, wire details on his hands. That's neat. Wait, there's a Discord? There is not a Discord. Grimson just sent me something. They got such bad backlash that they're reconsidering it. Well, don't they have to do it in in accordance with that one law? So many people are canceling their subscriptions to Nitro, it crashed the system. That's awful, honestly. Only in the UK, but they wanted to do it worldwide. I mean, again, not that I support, like, requiring ID for stuff, because I don't, right? I think that's stupid. But, like, at least Discord was like, it's not fair that only the UK has to do this, so we'll make it fair and require everybody to do it. Which I guess people didn't really like, but I can kind of see where they were coming from, you know? Like, terrible idea, W inclusiveness, you know? That's my take. Whoop. I don't know. I expect this guy's face is still going to be very, like, very straightforward looking. Excuse me. Anyway, can we go back to the bet theory? Because, like, I actually think it could work. Hear me out. What do you mean? What's there left to discuss of it? It's just... I just drew, like, a messy-looking face. What is there to, like... What is there to expand upon? Hold on, I'll pull up the comparison. What's left to discuss? The fact that I'm not doing it? I finished it. I drew its face and I drew like its rough proportions. Issues back. Hi Carlos, how are you? Like, why isn't Blockbench open right now? Because that was on Monday. That was Monday's stream. We do Blockbench on Mondays. Do boo doo boo boo doo boo doo boo doo boo doo. Bro's really wanting this furry bat. There are other people who'd be more suited to draw it than I can, if you want it that badly. Also, can we talk about how this face is not proportioned right at all? Like, not even a little bit. Like, jeezums. Doo-be-doo. Okay, this is slightly better. Whoop. How about another fox fairy though? I don't even think I have a fox Fakemon. Can I be honest? I don't think that's something I have, like, planned at all. Oh, so you drew praise. Good times. Fair enough, I guess. Flying fox for eating with the flying fox back and being a tail and being to the like glass score. Hold on, how do I do the mouths on this guy? Oh wait, can't forget this. He's got like the Mega Man thing. No. I can't give him a smile. If I give him a smile, he's like... Actually, that might work. I take it back. Noi? That's a word. I just made it up right now. Noi. I feel like Koishi may be onto something, but I think this might be the wrong place for it. Because while I do try and keep the streams like to like an 18+ audience, I don't really delve into like the like actual content side of things. I don't know. Like, I tend to avoid, like, suggestive topics, you know? Let me go to the other epic streamer who's making a Fakemon pack. Oh, wait, there isn't any. There's no way there's not another streamer who does Fakemon. Alright, I take it back. I don't like the smile. I think he needs to be... He needs to be, like, resolute. Like, this is a soldier, you know? Oh, he needs his, He needs his this stuff. Maybe I like it, make it slightly less obtrusive. Boop. Maybe we get rid of this too. Whoop. You see, you have to be the one to make it since your peg is the coolest and I'm good at it. You send your child only to the best hospital, right? I guess so. But then it's also a matter of, like, you gotta pay attention to what the I don't know. Because at this point, I don't think it's a matter of I wouldn't. I think it's a matter of it would be dog water, because I don't specialize in like humanoid stuff. Like, at all. So it would be like subpar compared to my other things if I were to do that. And I'm afraid it wouldn't be satisfactory. I don't like the mustache. Can I be real? Whoop. He's got a lot of face detail. I'm not sure how much face detail I want to add. You know what I mean? Also, Why is my monitor device just not working today? I don't understand. Okay, and then boop, boop. So dapper. Thank you, thank you. Okay, posture check. That one didn't play for me either, but I was changing the monitor device while you redeemed it. So I still don't know if it works. I imagine this guy, like, is stanced up like a football player. I wasn't slouching, I had both of my feet up on the edge of my chair, and I was, like, all curled up and cozy. But I imagine this guy's body kinda attaches, like, here. That's even worse for your back? No. If it's so bad for my back, then why is it so comfy? Like, I imagine it connects there, and then he's got, like, the... I'm not sure. It's still not playing for me. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Stretch! Is it playing for you guys? I don't even know if it's playing for you guys, which is crazy. Stretch! Ow, my arm is sore. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that has a cooldown on it. Oops. So if I redeem this, it does play for you guys, but it doesn't play for me. Even though the monitor is on. And I refresh the monitor device. What if I do it again? And it's on cooldown. Well, they're all on cooldown. Okay. You know what? This one's not on cooldown. Okay. There we go. I can hear it now. Okay. Problem solved. I don't know why that was so difficult. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait for the cooldown for that, but it's okay because it was a troubleshooting issue. Maybe, hold on. Maybe this actually connects higher up, like here. This is so tough. Whoop. There we go, I can hear it. We're safe. Air it? What? What does that mean? Air it us. Thank you. I'm not stanky. Don't call me that. I showed this off last stream. I have a bottle of perfume sitting right here. I'm not stinky. I smell you through Twitch. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Smell this, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I bet you thought I was bluffing, huh? Now it smells like... freesia and vanilla and warm wood. Why would you need perfume if you're not stinky? Because it smells nice. I'd rather smell nice than smell nothing. Don't try and turn this around on me. I think his arms go about there. Here's a little perfume bottle. I do. I do have a perfume bottle. Oh, that little guy. Well, I'm glad you think so. He'd have like a body like that, you know? Very little. I'm not that little, but like I don't think I'm like tall, you know? I'm kind of just like in the middle. Bro's like 4 foot tall. Okay, I'm taller than 4 foot. That's a little bit. I think that's a little ridiculous to say that. 4'2"? Okay. Not 3 foot. Okay, well, we're just turning me into a gnome, apparently. A chibi size. You know, I've actually been thinking about, like making a really, like, low-effort chibi model. But, I've never really, like, gotten around to, like, actually planning that or anything. 2 centimeters, yeah, I'm like a little, I'm like one of those, like, gachapon, like, action figures for anime, and you, like, open the box and it's like a tiny little action figure. Forest Gnome Neon. I don't know about Little Man confirmed. Okay, no, it's not confirmed. I'm riffing right now, for the record. For the record, the streamer is riffing on what Chad is saying. Boop. It sounds like something someone small would say. Excuse me. This pointy hat is taller than him. I don't even have a hat. Man. I hope I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna be the next gnome tuber. This is not what's happening, chat. I'm not gonna be a gnome tuber. Oop. Kickable? I'm not kickable, chat. I'm not kickable, I'm not puntable. He's liftable. I don't know about that either. Dude, I swear to God, every time I, like, weigh myself, the scale just picks a random number. Like, it's never the same twice in a row. And it's, like, not even close. Like, everything is kickable if you're strong enough. Yeah. That's the logic I'll assume they're using. Should give me uppies. I don't know if that's the first. I feel like we're skipping a few steps there. Oh, well now chat's latching onto the idea of giving me uppies. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain, I guess. This is better than being called a gnome. Little gnome man. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Nah. You can't just combine them. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, gnome boy, stop! No! Get a load of this guy. I hate how when you said that, I just immediately imagined the picture of the dude from Friends, where he's like pointing his thumb behind him. I hate that that's the mental image you just, like, astral projected into my brain. Gotta get my microscope. I'm not gnome-sized, chat. Look at me. I'm normal human proportions. How could you call this gnome size, huh? Huh? I'm not gnome-sized. I'm like at least 5 foot. Definitely microwavable. What does that even mean? What? What do you mean I'm microwavable? Can put him in a Ziploc baggie and throw him in the oven? Like a what? Okay, chat's just unhinged now. I don't. Okay. These are the speakings of unhinged humans. Be honest, food. Okay, for real. Okay, actually, interesting question. If I was a food, what food would I be? If I was a food, what food? I imagine I'd be like those, like, the frosted animal crackers with, like, the sprinkles. But like the size of, like, a gingerbread man, you know? You'd be like a single no. Dino nugget? What about me would be dino nuggies? What would that be? I mean, I'm not gonna outright disagree, but I'm curious. They're way too cool for me. What do you mean? It's an insult to Dino Nuggies? See, the funny thing is, I can't even eat Dino Nuggies because I'm gluten intolerant. I can't eat them because they're breaded. By extension, that would also mean I can't be the frosted animal crackers, now that I think about it. It was the first time. Yeah. I got a cool model. Yeah, I drew this. Woo 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 woo. I got cool, like, drapes, you know? Microwavable gluten-free Dino Nuggies. No, I'm not. That's not my new nickname, chat. That's not my epithet. We need a better epithet. It's cool, but you're comparing yourself to Dino Nuggies. It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair to the Dino Nuggies because I can't eat them. Like, what's the point of comparing me to a food if it's a food that I literally cannot consume without puking? You know? It's like comparing Shrek 4 to Citizen Kane. Okay, Koishi, but okay, in that comparison, which movie is the good one, and which movie is the bad one? It's been decided, you know? No, it hasn't been decided, we're still debating. I don't think we've reached an agreement on that at all. You're seriously asking me if Shrek is better than Citizen Kane? I don't know, you might be a huge Shrek fan. I'm 100% microwavable? Okay then. You know what? I raise you this. You are what you eat. I am a plate of butter chicken. That's what I am. I'm Indian food. Because it's microwavable. A pre-made okay. Not nice, but also exactly what I'm saying. I'm like a TV dinner of butter chicken. Because I am what I eat, after all. You're a no, that's not food! That's not even food. I'm nothing by your logic. You know, you gotta eat something. There's no way you just don't eat. Alright, how should this guy's legs work? I imagine it's something like, but you can... Okay. Okay. Small... No, what? Kinda cute if you throw it hard enough. How is that a microwave meal? At this point, you might as well call me, like, a bag of shredded cheese, you know? Like, come on. I know it. Oh, did you just have, like, a brain blast? It better not be insulting in some way. Your estrogen. I don't take estrogen! I'm not estrogen pills. I'm extremely masculine, I'll have you know. That could be arranged. Nuh-uh. Can't make me. We'll solve the little problem here. No! Okay, what about what? Hear me out here. It better not be the lemon. What? That's not food. And also, what the hell? I'm appalled at that. What? Like, literally the only redeemable part of that is the lemon flavor. Everything else about that is just awful. It's lemon flavored, so it's close enough to food. That doesn't make it close enough. So it works. No! That doesn't make it work. That doesn't make it work at all. Ugh, excuse me. Scrape off all the juice and eat it. You're just drinking lube with sugar. That's not a food. Best idea. I'm a microwave, but like as so. Okay, now I just am the microwave, but you can eat the microwave. Great. I'd rather be a microwave than a condom or lube. But it's also microwavable. I'm just confused where the notion of me being microwavable even came from in the first place. Like, what even, like, what? Like, what does that infer? What does that mean? I've always wanted to eat a magneton. You see, like, aluminum, and that's microwavable. I mean, I'm thinking, the only iron in my body is the iron that I get from eating cereal. I don't have any, like, implants or anything. I've never had, like, surgery. So I don't even have, like, any actual metal that would, like, explode in the microwave, so that it wouldn't even be fun. Excuse me. Alright, I feel like this leg is too small. I feel like it needs to be much more voluminous. I would still explode in a microwave, I guess, because, like, what? The water all just, like, evaporates or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how thermodynamics work. I don't know if we're talking metals. You give me what do you, okay. I don't even think, I don't even believe that that's like a thing that's on the periodic table that you just said. I don't think that's a metal. I think that's something you made up. Did you know they're doing that to me tomorrow? No! Not Koishi, anything but that. That seems like an awful way to go. Well, it would be, like, pretty painless, I would imagine, because you just go instantly. How long are we making this bear? This is what we're focusing today on, Marcio. Atomic number 42 is, in fact, the metal on the periodic table. Really? I've, like, never heard of it before. And I like, actually remember, like, like, chemistry and stuff. Like, that's one of the few things in school that I, like, retained information from, because it's just, like, kind of interesting. I feel like this guy needs more volume. He needs to have, like... Let's see what I can do here. What? Okay, forgive me. Because I literally named myself after the 10th element on the periodic table. So my bad, I guess. Because I thought it was a cool element. And it kind of matches, like, my aesthetic. Even though the element itself is exclusively red and you actually just add other stuff to it to change its colors. You know what, chat? Riddle me this. What color does neon turn to if you add molybdenum? If that's how you even pronounce it. Best element is still the element of sobriety. You're not wrong about that. I think it turns green or blue. Do you just know that off rip, or did you look that up? Whoop. Feels right to be green or blue. I mean, I got green and blue in my hair, so it kind of works. Don't know what you said, so no clue. Okay, fair enough. I will always accept I don't know as an answer, if you're being genuine. Very important catalyst at the end there. Because lying through omission is never cool, and if you say I don't know to something you do know, that's lying through omission. Neon really doesn't react with much since, you know, it's a noble gas. I guess so, yeah, you're right about that. I am quite noble after all. You can see how I in my cadence and how I speak and how I behave around other people. Excuse me. Color still changes because of the right light reflection. Yeah, like you can add like copper and it's like how when you add metals to fire, it changes the color of fire. Like if you add different things to neon, it changes color. Boop. Oh yeah, I can't forget the fuzz on his arms. He has kind of this shape, you know? Boop. What if I add Quicksilver? What? Okay. This is the part where I sound like an idiot, by the way. Isn't Quicksilver just like not actually it's like some like other kind of thing, like you combine silver with something else? and it makes Quicksilver, it's not actually its own thing. Right? Or am I sounding like an idiot? The color changing is neon is achieved by mixing other noble gases? I don't know. I don't know that much about that. Neon glows not because of the chemical reaction, but because of electricity. Yeah. That's why they use it in signs and stuff, because it glows when you light it up. And then and then you light it up with other stuff in there, and then it becomes cool. And then my hair is what you get when you combine neon with the existential substance of the universe and the cosmos, and then you light it up with the power of brain electricity. Wait, argon is blue? Real? That must be what my hair's made out of, because my hair's like kind of lavender in some spots. You know? Argon is like blue-violet. That sounds pretty. Hold on, what does this look like? Ugh. Boo doo boo. Hold on, how do I want to do this? He's got like the fuzz on his arms. I feel like I'm teaching high school chemistry, because you are, Koichi. When's the flesh golem Fakemon? I think you're thinking of the trainer. I don't think that's a. I don't think you can catch the trainers in a Pokeball. I don't think that's how that works. I think this guy has a tail. I just think it's really hard to see because it's like, you know? I'd try catch me. I don't have any Pokeballs. I don't have any. Yeah, okay. That's not what I said. That's not what I say. You're taking what I'm saying out of context here. I feel like this guy should be like a Giga Hunchback. I don't know why. He's giving, like, Giga Hunchback vibes. I want to inhale. What? Let me read what will happen then. Yeah, you'll suffocate because it's not oxygen. That's what'll happen. That's okay. Sometimes I read a chat message and it's just the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna time you out, but like, why? You know what I mean? I don't know. Ooh, wait, this is sick. Excuse me. Whoop. Check this out, cooler eyes. Actually, as your body thinks it's oxygen, it'll slowly suffocate while still breathing. Yeah. It's like when you inhale helium. It's like your voice goes up, higher pitched, and you sound like Alvin. And then you suffocate because you don't have oxygen. And then did I give him like... I didn't. Okay. I could move his snout upward. I don't know what that would do though. Excuse me. I think it would help to move his snout upward, actually. Hold on. Whoop! Me when I inhale the essence of me and I die because there's no oxygen. Me when I get a little too freaky and I die because I suffocate. Am I using the right brush size? I don't think I am. Ah. Something just got in my eye. Hold on. That's why I don't need to breathe. You should probably start breathing. Experts say it has a negative toll on your body if you don't breathe, actually. I still kind of want to add this. Just like an extra detail to his face. Kind of like how when you're like in football or whatever, or American football, that is. You put like the dark marks under your eyes with like paint or whatever. I can hold my breath for the rest of the life. Dude, same! Hold on, wait. You might be onto something. I feel like he should still retain some of his, like, playfulness from when he was a kid. You know what I mean? I feel like he shouldn't be all business quite yet. He's not living in a human society, so sure. But if I do that, he looks too much like Barbekion, I feel like. I feel like I'm making just another Barbekion. Like, he needs to be hunched over, like... Like, he needs to have bad posture. Like... You know what I mean? Like shrimp? Yeah. Like that. Posture check. You know what? You're so right for that. I don't know, he feels very similar to Tinderus, and I'm trying to find a way where I can, like, diminish that, you know? First of all, I could start by doing that. Give him, like, actual claws. Whoop. Kind of like that. Can I move this whole thing down here? Whoop. Nope. Hold on. I'm doing this entirely wrong, by the way. Hold on. I should just do this. Whoop. Dude. I'd say he's around that big. In comparison to his pre-evolution. Whoop. Okay, I'll eat now because I gotta deal with some stuff tomorrow. Okay. I hope you get a good night's sleep, okay? I'm glad you were able to stop by today. I hope you have a good rest of your night, Yuna. Bye-bye. And I hope your collab goes well tomorrow. If I'm awake when you're live, I might try and stop by. You know what I completely didn't do for this guy that I could have done? I could have done something like this. Hold on. I'll probably be asleep. Who knows? The hair kind of like grows out like this. On the arms, you know? And then it eventually becomes this. But for now, it'll still be entirely brown. Honestly, I really like this. I think, he made some very nice progress. Unlike what he's meant to look like. He kind of looks like he's wearing a hat, but that's fine. I think it's just the angle at which I drew him. We can go ahead and try coloring it, though. Or rather, I need this color. Because this is the color he's gonna be mostly. Isn't this the first, like, route area in Scarvaio? Isn't that this theme? There we go. Let's see if I remember how to shade. I haven't done this in a while. Do 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 do. Kind of like that, you know? And then I think I'm gonna make his face kind of that color as well. I think his face will be very mostly... kind of like that. There we go. I've got to stop coughing, chat. It's gotta happen at some point. Alright. And then we can add these details. And then the ears as well. Boo 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 boo. And then these. And then the snout. Whoop. What else can I do? Boom, boom, boom. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Excuse me. And then the eyes and the blue. Can't forget the blue, chat. Wait, I did that wrong. My bad. And then the inside of the ears. And then what else is there to do? That's like pretty much everything. Whoop. Let's erase this. Excuse me. Boop. Wait. This needs to go on this layer. Boop. And then I can just give him like... You know? Excuse me. What if I do this? What if I do this? Does this look cool? And then I give them like, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but what if I do something like this? You know? Honestly, I think that works as a middle evo. I'm kind of a big fan. And then he evolves and he becomes this thing. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. Check this out, chat. And then... Whoop. This could be written bigger. Whoop. Alright, chat. Would you have this guy or Jakutet on your team? Be honest. Water finished. Crashing sound. Woo. Into the trash. But yeah. I honestly think this turned out way better than I thought it would. Like, genuinely. I think he looks different enough from the first Evo that he can stand as his own guy. Especially when we actually pose him to, like, be like, stanced up like a hunchback. I think that'll work out very nicely. And I think he looks similar enough to the final evolution to be like, yeah, that's believable. I'm probably gonna add the blue things going down the back of his head, like, down to, like, so, like, maybe one on his back. I don't know. Something like that. But I think we're good to run with that. I think we are. I think we're very good to run with that. Alright. Okay, if I were to do this... This is risky. Okay. Okay. I can go ahead and add Ursel's sketch, at least, to my list of reference images. Yes, I do keep a list of references. Voodoo. What the heck? Give me a second, chat. Boop, boop. Excuse me. I keep coughing, and it's so annoying. But you know what? We're here for it, and we're gonna live with it. Alright. Sick. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to, design a new guy. Like a completely new guy. By a completely new guy, I mean a guy that you haven't actually seen on stream before because I'm not happy with its current design. Whoop. I think a cough drop's in order, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoop. Okay, this cough drop was in pieces when I put it in my mouth, so it's gonna be crunchy. Okay. Basically, this is meant to be like our secondary bug type Pokemon that you can catch. That will be considerably stronger than the first one by default, because you find it later on. And I kind of have an idea for what I want it to look like. But I also don't. Because the current design for it, right? The current design for this guy has, like... He's kind of shaped... Hold on, let me quickly... Boop, let me quickly do that. There we go. That's better. His current design, this is one I don't like, by the way. It kind of looks like this. And he's kind of got like a... Whoop. And that's what he looks like. And I don't really like this design for two reasons. One, I don't like the helmet. I think it looks dumb. Two, I don't like these. They're too similar to Kubrick's, like, design elements. Three, he looks like a sea slug rather than like a bug. So we're gonna try and fix all three of these things. And I have an idea to start out with, which is the lore for this guy is he builds things out of like mud, right? Or like clay, I should say. He builds things out of like clay. So I was thinking, what if he had like a... What if he had his head here? And he had one of those, like, things where he spins it around. You know what I mean? That might be a little big, but we'll roll with it. And he kind of just has whatever he's making up here. This could be like anything, you know? And it just like spins constantly. This could be this could end up being an awful design, by the way. Just a disclaimer. And then I don't know. I'm doing this with like no reference images either. So it's gonna be awful. This is kind of just like a very rough, like, first pass by. And he's got like segments. He's kind of just like a buggy guy. He's like a larva. And one thing I do want him to have, absolutely, is, like a long tail. With something on the end of it. So maybe he'll have, like... Maybe he'll have, like, a tail like this. You know? And he either stands on it, or he's, like, on the ground. He's got his little hands. What the heck happened there? He looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like the Hollow Knight grub. And I didn't even mean to do that. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know about the thing on his head, I'm gonna be honest. What's something cool that has to do with, like, pottery? Like, what do you do when you make pottery, you know? Like, you can make, like, a vase? I don't know. Wait, is this the Hollow Knight grub? That's what I said. I'm like, he looks like the Hollow Knight grub. And I'm not a fan of that. I need him to be, like, unique. Woo, woo, woo. You can make, like, cool pottery with, like, designs. Minecraft bucket, you know? What other kinds of, like, vases are there? You have ones that, like, start at the bottom and go up. And then have the rim. This is so wiggly because I'm just drawing these in, like, one line. You get, like, the big vases. He's Hollow Knight grub with a Mexico hat. I was thinking it was, like, one of those tables that you, like, make pottery on and it, like, spins around. I do like the idea of incorporating, like, fancy designs, you know? Woo! Um... Woo. You know? Excuse me. And then, of course, you have the ones with the lids. Hey, Neon, check DMs. Okay, 1 second. I don't know why, I like this design, so I'm gonna roll with it. Get the ones with the lids, you know? Hey, wait a second. I recognize this guy. Stop me if you've heard this one before. This is basically the vibe we're going for, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm checking DMs. Oh wow, you finished doing that fast. Cool. You finished the evolution of your plasma data guy. That's pretty neat. I like it, I like it. It's really hard designing a bug Pokemon that turns into a cocoon because you don't know what he looks like before he becomes the cocoon. It's like designing Metapod and then trying to make Caterpie, you know? I've said that Chirpera is the Fakemon that I like the most, but the Fakemon I think is the most cute is absolutely Riboy. Absolutely. I think Riboy... Okay, so here's the thing. Riboy is meant to be like the mascot, you know? He's supposed to be like the Pikachu. So it's good that he's the cutest, because he's supposed to be. Second stage, yes, one more? Yeah! What good would be a bug type Pokemon if he stopped at if he stopped at the cocoon stage? I guess I could design, or I could show the current design for his final Evo and kind of go off of that. I need to remember what it looks like, though. Hold on, let me come down here. You have some data researcher and then scientist. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. I don't remember what his eyes look like, that's the thing. I need to make this bigger, hold on. And be real, like hook with the shiny variant. I like the shiny variant for your guy, honestly. I think it's really cool. I like the name Riboy has the rib part. Yeah. Actually, I think these were pointing forward, like this. Yeah. Alright, sorry, I'm like locking in right now. I know I'm not talking a whole lot, but this is me trying to like just make this guy's design correctly. Whoop. Kinda like that. He got 6 legs. He gets 6 legs in there. Let's move this down a little bit. Now I notice our boy has the dream skin. I knew people would say that. I knew that people would say Ruboy is the dream face, because I see it myself and I'm like, he looks like Dream. Which he doesn't if you actually look at the actual art. But it's just a very unfortunate coincidence. Whoop. And then, check this out. He has the same pattern on his wings. And I will admit, I did draw him like a little bit short here. Like, he'll be longer normally. Let's see if I can fix that right now, actually. He's green in his dream face. Yeah, I know. It's just unfortunate. Boop. Yeah, I know. What up? Hi, Daedalus. How are you? Long time no see. Long time no see. How are you doing? We're designing a bug type right now. Life has been hella busy. I get that. No worries. As long as it's your free time right now, that's what matters. Hope you and everyone else is having a good night. I'm having a good night. I've still got a cough, and it's coming back a little bit because I'm talking a lot, but you know what? We live with that. I'll show you what we've gotten done recently. Hold on. Boop. So today we went ahead and we finished up concepting this guy's Evo line. Yeah, I did post a few times about it, but I am feeling much better. Like, I'm able to talk consistently now, and I still cough a little bit, but that's fine. Love the bear. I know, we finished making the middle Evo today. And he looks a little more humanoid than the other two, which is fine. I think that's fine. I think it sets him apart. And right now we're working on this guy. We're trying to figure out how to like tie the line together, because right now, to be fair, bear cubs can be very much like children. Yeah. Whoop. Let me pull this guy down here. So these are the designs for the second and third stages, right? Whoop. And I know I did draw this guy at some point in a different stream and I colored him in, but I didn't really like it. I'm gonna name the bear Fredbear. You do that. Go for it. What's his theme? It's hard to tell without color. So this guy, he's based off of a mud dauber, which is a type of wasp. And what he does is he makes like pottery. So in his cocoon stage, he's like a clay pot. And he's hiding inside of it while he like transforms, you know? And then when he fully evolves, he becomes like a full-on mud dauber. And like all of the patterns from the vases that he makes are on his wings, and it looks really neat. But these are some things that I drew for reference. This is the original design for the first evolution, which I don't really like that much. Do the spider Fakemon? We'll get there eventually. Might take a long time, but we'll get there. We're doing them in order. And then I tried drawing this where he has the like the clay spinning thing where you make pottery on. But I didn't really like that. And the rest of this is just Hollow Knight grub. Like, I realized that after I drew it. I'm thinking he'd be more similar to like Caterpie or like Blipbug. More so than Larform is, because Larform is just a small ant. Like, he's not actually like a worm. Right, I want this one to be more like a worm or like a caterpillar. Be like a caterpillar in like a half-built clay bowl. What if he takes the bowl and instead of spinning it, we'll just pretend this is the worm. He goes like around the vase. And he goes around and around, and he shapes it from the inside. And then he shapes it from the outside as well. He'd need like, Okay, first of all, we need, like, things that you would require in order to make pottery. What do you need? You need, like, I have an idea. I'll listen while I list out some things that it needs to be. But it might be a bit weird. I'm for weird ideas. Unless it's comparing me to gnomes. There are these worm-like things that live on beaches. They eat dirt to filter out stuff. Hold on. European lugworm. Oh, he just looks like a normal worm. Wait a second. There's literally a type of wasp called the potter wasp. They're the same family as mud daubers. They literally build pots to put like food for their kids in. I was not aware these existed. What? This is like perfect. Insects are kind of dope. Yeah. Boop 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 boop. Alright, check this out. Boop. Look, they literally build, like, this is what their nest looks like. From, like, a top-down view, I guess? Or maybe it's not. Maybe this is, like, a... Oh, okay, so this is a brick wall, and that's what their nest looks like. So that could literally just be, this guy right here. You know? That's sick. Now, now the question is... How would I go about, like, actually... how would I actually go about like like making a worm form for that? Because I assume they don't evolve from worms. I like your model just snaps 6 to 9 when you cough. Yeah. It'd be like a maggot, but that's lame. We already did that for Larform. And he's just like a small ant. I want to do like a caterpie or a blip bug. You know? Not like a Relor though. Relor is gross. I finished the second stage's Dex entry. Ooh, I'll check it out at the end of stream. Maybe make the baby look like clay sculpting tools? Maybe. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. If you want to read them out, go ahead. I'll like you reading them. So proud of these ones. I'll read them out after we do this, okay? You know what? Screw it. We'll do it right now. Alright, chat. We're gonna read out the Dex entries for Crimson's, Crimson's Dex entries. I think I read the one for Lazarn, which is his, like, data Pokemon. I think I've read that one already. So we're gonna do Plazarek. So this is a Pokemon, he's like a robot. Made out of plasma. What if you made like a shovel caterpillar and put a clay sculpting thing in his tail? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But first we're gonna do this. Oh wait, updated the Dex entry a little. Okay. Let's see here. We got Plazarek, the researcher Pokemon, by Crimson Raptor 109. Aha. This Pokemon is often spotted in makeshift research facilities it is built within caves where it gathers massive amounts of data. Plazarek, I hope that I'm pronouncing that right, is actually the main reason researchers possess so much information about other Pokemon in this region. The plasma-like orbs that control its arms have grown stronger, sparking intensely whenever it senses its collected data is being threatened. The antenna on its head have also developed further, allowing it to tune in to broadcasts. When a researcher announces a new discovery, Plazarek is often seen arriving at the broadcast site shortly afterward to collect even more data. Alright, gonna lurk and listen. Alright. I hope you have a good rest of your night, okay? And, I'm glad you could stop in again. Alright, with our newfound, inspiration in mind. Oop. I'm thinking its tail. Here's the thing, though, because its tail is already, like, this, right? So maybe it becomes encased... Wait, that's a good idea. Maybe the tail becomes encased in clay as well, and then it becomes sharp when it evolves. He's a little data hugger. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. I imagine he has, like, this kind of a tail, right? Oop. And then... I don't really know what I'm doing, for the record. He could use his tail to make his cocoon out of clay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm also just like, how would he function as like a worm in terms of his shape? Anyway, as much as I would love to stick around, I have college at like 9 tomorrow, so I'm asleep. Good night. Good night, Crimson. I hope you had fun today. And I hope you have a good rest of your night, okay? Maybe he'll also have like the same kind of mask that the final Evo has, you know? Maybe the first two segments are big and round, with the rest of the segments being small and smooth. Ending with the clay 2-shaped tail. Maybe. Whoop. I kind of like these arms as well. I don't know. Let me bring up actually. Excuse me. I want to bring up a picture of Blipbug because I have no idea how to make like worm creatures. Except Blipbug really isn't segmented though. I guess it'll work. Where is he? There he is. I know people hate this guy, but like, I really like his design. Oops. With Blipbug's design, they really just like made it one segment and then smoothened it. Or like turned it into segments with color. Blipbug is a little nerd. Yeah. Maybe we start with his head. Right? And you could have the same, of course, this thing. Whoop, get this out of here. Something like this. He's kind of giving Scatterbug at the moment. I would give him like ears or something, but that seems a little roofing goated. Excuse me. And then we can give him like a segment here. You can have like two little, you know? You kind of see where I'm going with this? Maybe these can be a little bigger. Okay. He can have 4 arms, but no more. Whoop. A cool detail that the head in the second segment kind of look like a pot. Maybe a little bit. I guess I could make like this kind of loop around and kind of like hold his head in place. Designing the shape of this is tough, though. Oh, this! You mean this? Okay, I see it now. My bad. It's okay, I don't think we need a spider Fakemon. We'll get a spider Fakemon at some point. Okay, I lied. I'm giving him more than 4 feet. Whoop. And then erase this. There we go. Wait, hold on. Better idea. Check this out. Why not just put that on his head? You know? I think that would look better. And then we could put the other tools on his head, too. Kind of like that. There we go. I way like this design better. I see the vision, right? I might change, honestly, these to be, like, actual tools as well. Just to make his antenna less boring. And to kind of tie the, the design together even more. So the antenna could be like... I don't like that. That doesn't match the design very well. What other tools are there? I guess we've always got these. But those just look like cat ears. Whoop. Hold on. Whoop. This is tough for no reason other than I'm making it difficult for myself. Ah! Like this, right? I think just doing that adds so much more flavor, and they could be like hollow. And then we could make these actually decent. There we go. Whoop. And then there's our line, you know? I don't know, maybe like a cool design on the front of him. I don't know. Wait. No. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we keep it simple. Alright, time for colors. What would the colors on this guy be? He's a bug ground type. I think he's definitely gonna have some, like, yellow. Definitely, because he is a wasp at the end of the day. Maybe some, like, purple. Okay, not that purple. Purple could be like the accent color. Probably brown or gray for the clay. Yeah. The problem with a lot of the Fakemon I make is that they're too, like, their colors are not, like, they're very bland colors and they're very washed out. And you look at, like, a dex full of them and it's like, it's not very exciting to look at because they're all just, like, kind of grayish and, like, very muted gray and very muted brown and muted, like, yellow. And I'm not saying we have to go all out with the color, right? I'm just saying I would like some variety in there. Red to represent bricks. True. We could go like this color. I don't really know how I feel about the purple. Here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and color what I know will be colored specific colors. You know? That was a sentence, believe it or not. night, Neon. I'm gonna take a little nap. Okay. I'm glad you could tune in, Marcia. I hope to see you around in the future, and I hope you have a good night, okay? Oop. Like that. I know this guy is going to be mostly this color. Boop, like this. Don't forget to make this small enemy spider. We'll get to it at some point. Boop. Kinda like that. What color should the tools themselves be? That's my next question. I kind of want to avoid yellow with this guy. Can I be honest? Because the previous two Pokemon lines in the decks are very yellow, and I kind of want to depart from that. We could do like a pink, maybe? For Worm? Okay, maybe not that pink. I don't know. Maybe for the full Evo we could do some like very dark saturated colors. Like we could do this color. Ooh, I like that color. Hold on. You know? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that though. That's kind of ugly. Boop. I really don't want to do yellow and black if I can avoid it. Because, like, that's what Kubrick is, and he's the very previous Pokemon. Let's see here. What's a good accent color for this? I guess blue would be, or like green. Like, that's a good accent color. But it doesn't scream like ground type. Maybe we could go more this. Because like bug type, I don't know. Like we do green and then I do think we could do something like this for the legs. You know? Water wasps seem to mainly be either red, orange, yellow, white, or black. Yeah. But this is Pokemon. We can take a little inspiration from, like, Flygon. Or, like, other brightly colored bug Pokemon, like Butterfree. Or your, like, I don't know. Excuse me. I kind of really like this color, honestly. The very dark green. And I could make it like this, too. Like the army green. Yeah. And then, oops. Put it up there. Take this color. No idea if this is gonna be the final palette, by the way. Or wait, better idea. And then, like this. What we need right now is like a neutral color. Like a black, white, or a brown. What I could do is like this. That's still too exciting of a color. You know? That way he still retains, like, some of his waspiness. See, but now that I've done that, I don't even know if I want to keep the green. I mean, I definitely could, but, like, would it look good? I don't know. I feel like I need to stick to 3 colors. Probably. Genuinely, no idea. Purple. Cause yeah, I could do like crazy looking colors, but I don't know if that'd even look remotely good. Ooh. Maybe purple for the eyes? Maybe like a dark purple. You know what? Maybe we... Excuse me. Maybe we die. Maybe we finish off the color scheme of this guy and then move over to the first stage. I feel like that would be easier. Hmm. Excuse me. And then I can make these out of this. Boop. And then the wings can just be like this color, right? Excuse me. I should have turned away from the mic when I coughed just now. My bad. Boop. And then for the eyes, we could do like this color? No. Maybe? Nah, I think the eyes should match the legs. Am I crazy for thinking that? Maybe. You know, it kind of works. And then this can be this color, I don't care. Boop. Whoop. And then these. There we go. Gosh, I really don't like the legs. I don't know why. I just don't think the color matches. Maybe we do this. Boop. Right? Hear me out here. I like that a whole lot better. Although it's still not perfect. Hold on. I zoomed out and I'm like, wait, actually I don't. I don't. Hold on. This is just me being picky and indecisive. Wait. It might be peak. I'm going in circles now, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I've colored these legs the same way like 5 times now. Boop. Boop. Alright. So I think the green eyes are gonna stay for the whole thing. Maybe it's how straight the legs look. I don't think it's the shape, necessarily. I just think I can't settle on a color scheme because I'm picky. Like, what if I made the brown into blue? Like, what if I did this? You know? And it's like, that's a new look. But do I like it? You know? And it's like, I kinda like that. I think it balances it a lot better. You know what? We'll just run with that for now, honestly. Whatever color this is, we're just gonna roll with it. Do 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 do. Whoop. Like this. I don't know. I'm just shading because it's fun to shade. Whoop. And then I can take the green. Oops. I said I can take the green. I can't tell if I'm cooking or not. Like, genuinely, can't tell. Maybe I drop the dark colors on the baby one. And instead I literally just make it like pink. Ta-da! No, I don't like that. What if we make it like a beige? Like this. Boop. And then doop-a-doo. Maybe? Maybe. I like where this is going, I think. Whoop. There we go. Something like that. I think that works. Honestly, for now, I'm happy with this. I'm honestly fine with how that works. Like, I don't know. The color balancing is the hard part, right? Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Because I could just come straight out of left field and do something like I make the baby one like blue, right? And then it just doesn't look at all similar to the other ones, but I think that's fine because it's supposed to look different, right? Who knows though, maybe that could be like a shiny, I don't know. But, like, you see what I mean? Where it's like, it could really just be anything. But I think we're on the right track when it comes to making this, like, brownish. I don't know. Anyway. I kind of just want to wrap up here because I am running out of time for stream. So, to recap what we have done today, we drew these guys. We finished the Kubrick Evo line, which was pretty cool. I might, every time I look at this, I'm like, I might make this guy's eyes a little less humanoid. That's fine though, it's whatever. But yeah, I think we got a lot done today. Anyway, whoop, whoop. It is about time I head out though. So, I want to thank everybody who's here right now for tuning in, whether you were here now or earlier, or you were chatting or you were lurking. Either way, any of those ways, you know, thank you very much. And yeah, you know the drill by now. Check out the short series on YouTube if you want to learn more. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see me being dumb. Thank you for the wonderful stream. No, thank you for being here. Because, I know every streamer says this, but like, the chat, people being here really is what makes the stream what it is, you know? Like, it wouldn't be nearly as entertaining without the back and forth, so I want to thank you guys. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a, like, very short, like, concepting stream on Friday. For, like, lore and whatnot. We're gonna be doing a lore stream. That's what I'll call it. A lore stream on Friday on Friday. So if you want to help like script lore for all the Pokemon, or you just want to tune in and watch as the chaos unfolds, consider dropping by Friday, same time as today. But yeah, lore, exactly. But yeah, let's see. I wonder if there's anybody live we can raid. Do we want to raid today? I think we might want to raid today. If there's people live. Doop 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 doop. Let's see. Who should what should we raid into? We could raid into like. Do we want to raid an art stream or do we want to raid a Cobblemon stream? I'm gonna cough. Let's see here. We can raid into Small Nina. That's a cool. That's one we could raid into. You know what? We'll just do that. Alright. We're gonna raid into Small Nina. They're playing Cobblemon right now. Along with what looks like a lot of other mods, so that's cool. I guess I'll see you guys over there if you're on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, bye-bye, YouTube. But, we're heading over there now, so. Yippee! Alright.